Hey everybody, it is May 27th, 2016, and I am doing my second video of the week, which is a good thing because it's, I made one earlier this week and I'm getting back into the habit of doing that. Anyways, I just wanted to say that life is beautiful and that God is good, and I'm so grateful for all the things that I've been given in this life, for a family that loves me, for the opportunity to just be alive is a wonderful, wonderful gift. And to be able to work here, creating art, is also something that I value very much and I'm grateful for. And I feel very, very blessed today as I've been able to just think as I've been welding and creating my artwork. I've just had a lot of thoughts on faith and on belief and on the power that God gives us in our lives, that we can have power over our circumstances and we can have power over the difficulties that we go through. I know that God does love us and He's there for us in the times that we feel like we're alone or that He's not there. He's right there all along. And so, saying that, I wanted to just talk a little bit about some other things that I've been thinking about. So here's something I want to show you. So this is trash. This is all trash. This is stuff that I picked up at various locations, construction yards, the dump, the salvage yard, and they were just thrown away. It was no good. Here's some other stuff that was junk. Now this is all trash. Everything you see before you is just a bunch of junk. I mean, this old rebar, some guy was throwing it out. He had no use for it. All that rebar is at the salvage yard. All this stuff. It's just stuff that nobody wants. Just melt that stuff down, make something useful. But with those things, I mean, I've been able to use that same trash that was over there, that banding, and make something like that or something like that. Well, that one's kind of weird, but all these things that were getting thrown away. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything and just say like, oh, I'm great, but I'm just saying that, well, I guess here's the real deal of what I'm trying to talk about right now is the work that I'm doing. The thought keeps coming to me of rebirth or being born again, resurrection, and how, I can take something that somebody else might say, hey, just chuck that, and I can make it into, I feel, something pretty cool, something beautiful. Hopefully, that's the ultimate goal. But when you think about it, the same thing is true with our lives. Sometimes we may feel pretty beaten down. We might feel like we're garbage, that our life isn't worth much. And I think that's sad, when people feel that way. They honestly just believe that to the point that they decide not to go through with life anymore. But when we put our hands in God's hand, our lives in God's hands, He's able to take the little bit of us that we might feel, and He can make us into something great. He can make us into something new, and He can give us new purpose, and He can give us a new direction, and ultimately He will open our eyes and He will give us every great thing that He has. That's His desire for Him as a parent, is for us to have the things that He has and to be like Him someday. He loves us. He knows what we're capable of, what our potential is. So I think that's something that is kind of reoccurring for me in my work, is that thought of, this is just the same thing that God has done with me. He's taken this little Nathan guy who wasn't going to amount to anything without him, and he's made me, well, I feel he's made me into something more. So here's some of the other artwork that I'm working on that I've done, and this is one piece that I don't think I've shown. I haven't really taken any pictures of it, but he's made out of banding and some bar stock stuff. And I had this over at the gallery, but I took it out to show someone. And the feel of him is that he's resting and waiting. And I love playing around with gestures and trying to make something that has some emotion. He doesn't have a face, but his body language can say something. Here's that trophy, and there's the other trophy that I've been working on for my buddy Justin, and he's basically done. I mean, maybe some polishing up, but I think he's turned out great, and I'm really excited about how he's looking and how the other one's going to look as well. It's getting there. And then this is another sculpture. It's kind of a mock-up, but I like it so much that I'll just keep on going with it. And it's a double figure sculpture, and this is, as I'm making this, I'm thinking about this saying or poem. I think it goes, "Thou lift me and I'll lift thee, and together, and we will rise together." Something like that. Kind of hard to get a feel for what's going on there. But sorry, this is a long video. I've been jabbering a lot, but yeah, God is good. Life is good. Yeah, and that's it. So I'll talk to you guys next week, and have a great day, and God bless you all. Okay, bye.